The wild thing is, you're literally doing this every night anyway. You may as well just leverage this time to manifest all of your dreams and goals into your reality. A few years ago, I stumbled upon this manifestation technique, and I've been practicing it for a few years. I've been sharing how to do it here on my channel, and even creating guided meditations to help people through this process. And the results that have come in the comments is like nothing else I've ever seen. This technique absolutely works, and in this video I'm going to guide you through how it works, why it works, and how you can do it too, to attract different outcomes, different results, your desired results into your reality. So I learned this technique from Neville Goddard. Those of you who haven't heard of Neville Goddard, he is one of the OGs in manifestation. He was helping his own following of people to create remarkable results in their realities. And one of the things he used to teach a lot was about the power of that time of day as we are drifting off to sleep. And how if you utilize that time of day and you focus upon what you want to attract into your reality at that specific time of day, when you are drifting from waking to sleeping, it goes straight into your subconscious mind. It's imprinted on your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind can then digest it, process it, or as Neville would say, rehearse it while you are asleep. And then your next day waking reality is influenced and impacted by those final thoughts that you were thinking the night before. Let me tell you how Neville explains it. Let me bring a quote up right here. Neville says, "If, as you prepare for sleep, you do not consciously feel yourself into the state of the answered wish, then you will take the sum total of the reactions and feelings of the waking day, and while asleep, you'll be instructed in the manner in which they'll be expressed tomorrow." Whew, that was a long sentence, and I know that's a lot of words, so let's break it down. Most people aren't aware that their final thoughts as they drift off to sleep are influencing and creating their next day waking reality. So he says, if while you are preparing for sleep, you're not consciously making the effort to direct your thoughts in the direction of the life that you do want to create. You're not feeling like the version of you who already has it. You're not imagining that the reality that you want is already yours. Perhaps instead, you're doing what most people do, right? Most of us, what do? We get into bed, we think about our day, maybe we focus on the things that we still haven't achieved yet, or the unfinished things on our to-do list, or we start worrying about the worst case scenario. We start reliving some moment in the past and what we would have done differently. Or we start worrying about something that happens in the future, right? That's often where the mind can wander if we're not consciously making the effort to feel yourself into the state of the answered wish. Meaning, what is your wish? What is your desire? What is it that you want to create? What's the outcome that you want? Think about that now. And how would you feel if that wish had been answered? How would you feel if what you want is your reality now? How would you feel if you were actually living in that house? How would you feel if you actually got that job? How would you feel if you were romantically involved with a wonderful partner? How would you feel if your body was feeling healthier than ever before? So he suggests that as you're lying in bed with your head on the pillow, becoming more and more relaxed and preparing to drift off to sleep, that you consciously make the effort to feel as if what you want has already happened now. And if you don't do this, he says, otherwise, you will take the sum total of the ways that you reacted, the ways that you felt, the things that happened throughout your day, and your subconscious mind will go ahead and process and digest all of that, rehearse it while you sleep, and then your next day waking reality is impacted by the sum total of that stuff. Which is why so often we can feel like every day feels the same. Or like you're stuck in a pattern and you've been stuck in that pattern maybe for years. Or like everything's just so repetitive and monotonous in life and you feel stuck. Maybe you could change that by intercepting this cycle that you've been in. By, instead of just drifting off to sleep and letting your mind process the whole day, you intercept that part of your day, you intercept that stage by choosing what you want to focus on instead as if it's already happened. He goes on to say on the next paragraph of the book, I believe, this is from the book Feeling is the Secret. He says, you'll rise the next day believing you are a free agent, believing you're totally in control of your life, not realizing that every action and every day of the event was predetermined by your concept of self as you fell asleep the night before. He says here, cast yourself for the role and rehearse it while you sleep. So what's the role that you want to play in your own life? What kind of character do you want to be? And what do you want the story to be of your life? So when I first started practicing this, I thought it would be really useful if there was a guided sleep meditation that could help me to, first of all, relax and let go of the day that I had, and then to be able to create a visualization in my imagination of a moment in my future that I wished to manifest. And this is what he recommends, that you create a very short scene. It can even just be a moment that you imagine in your imagination, and you quite simply loop it and loop it and loop it on repeat until you drift off to sleep. It sounds simple, but I know how the mind can wander. So I created some guided meditations where not only do I help you to get into a deeply relaxed state and visualize the moment in your reality that you want to create, but then throughout the night, or at least for many, many hours, my voice just gently pops up every 30 seconds or so, reminding you to bring that visualization back into your imagination. Meaning that if you ever wake up in the middle of the night, once again, you'll hear my voice just gently nudging you and reminding you to bring that scene to the front of your mind so that you can drift off to sleep in the wish fulfilled once again. So millions of you have been falling asleep to these sleep meditations I've created and have been getting incredible results. The comments always blow me away on those videos. I will link the entire playlist of these guided Neville Goddard sleep meditations down below in the description and in the comments as well. Now, some people find that even after just doing this guided meditation process once, they wake up the next day and see those shifts and changes in their waking reality. But for the rest of us mere mortals, it might take a little bit longer. It might take weeks, it might take months, but hey, you're falling asleep every night anyway. What else are you going to think about? You could either think about all the unwanted and the drama and the lack, or you could guide your mind in the direction of your desired reality. And sometimes the subconscious mind benefits from repetition. So don't rush the process, don't put pressure on the process, just enjoy it as your own magical sleep ritual. And also remember, day by day after you wake up, having done this the night before, you might not see the whole picture fall down from the sky and manifest into your lap immediately, but there might be subtle changes in your reality, or in the ideas that come to you, or in the opportunities that open up, or in slight changes to scenarios that are guiding you into this entirely new reality. I think it was Steve Jobs who says, you can never connect the dots looking forwards, you can only connect the dots looking backwards. So in the future, when you have manifested the results that you want, only then will you be able to look back and see the trail of breadcrumbs that led you to this moment. And I think that's really important to remember when you are in the process of manifesting something. Don't be disheartened when it hasn't all fallen into place in one click. Sometimes it is a path of many steps, but you are being guided in the right direction to the right desired outcome for you. If you're excited to try this technique, I recommend that you do. Like I said at the beginning of this video, you're literally doing this every day anyway. You're falling asleep once a day, maybe even twice a day on some days when you have a nap in the middle of the afternoon, when you have a siesta like we say here in Spain. So you may as well be leveraging this time of day to guide yourself to your desired reality, because your subconscious mind is that powerful. Whatever you feed your subconscious mind with, it will go out and look for evidence, opportunities, things that align with whatever you are feeding it. And as you drift off to sleep, it just so happens that your subconscious mind is more impressionable, more open, and it's easier for you to tap into it. I have another resource that can be really helpful if you want to dive deeper into this Neville Goddard meditation work. I created something called the Self-Concept Workshop, which helps you to get crystal clear on your new self-concept, on the version of you who you want to become. It follows the law of assumption and Neville Goddard's teachings, and this whole idea that you create your reality based on your concept of self, i.e. who you think you are and how you see yourself and what you believe is possible for someone like you. So when you change your self-concept, you can open up a whole new world of possibilities for yourself. It was one of the most popular workshops I created, so for a limited time, I'm bringing it back. If you want to get access to the self-concept workshop now, I'll put the details down below in the description. Now, for any of you who might think this sounds great, but there's just the issue of the fact that you struggle to visualize things in your imagination, don't worry. I've created a part 2 to this video where I explain an alternative way that you can use this Neville Goddard technique to still manifest your desired results into your life, even if visualization isn't your strong point. I will tag that video here, somewhere around this video, so that you can watch that one next.